Hello and welcome to my Pillars of Eternity Definitive Edition, part 48 of the blind walkthrough. And the last episode we solved few quests and did some fights on the Old Song district of the Twin Elms village, and there is still some small things which we need to finish before getting to Burial Isle. So that's for now. Or for this playthrough. So let's start right away. And welcome back. As you see, we are in the Noonfrost Temple of Rimergant, or how is he called, and we have still some people to talk, but I think the first thing which I will do today is talk to Grieving Mother, because we were not able to finish her quests last time. We had a dream during last camping.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
I had questions for you. Let your mind speak for you. I shall listen past the words. I saw Hollowborn at the birthing bell. The Grieving Mother's head bows, and she raises her hands, cradling them, slowly, so the chimes do not sound as she moves them. You feel a chill in the air, as if the vault of your mind is growing, too large for the thoughts within, and your breath laced with the chill. To your horror, you hear her breathing, wrecked, hacking, but strangely steady, and you can see saliva bunching at the corners of her lips, becoming thick ropes of drool, and that cast themselves down her chin. There is a smell of blood in the air, new, wet, and the salt, sharp tang in your mind. Coupled with this is the smell of sodden undergarments clawing at your senses. Take a shoulder, dry and steady her. Stepping forward, your hand falls on her shoulder, and then you feel her begin to fall, rigid as a falling stone, and you place your other hand on her shoulder to steady her. Throughout there is the horrid, steady breathing. Her clothes are wet. It is as if she is burning with fever beneath her tangled hair and beneath her threadbare robes, as if she is giving birth. With a slow hissing intake of breath, her head rolls back on her shoulders, her eyes pressed tightly together like the lids of a newborn. Yet, past the lids, you can feel the piercing stare, vacant, cold, horribly. You sense nothing from her, not at all, like the Hollowborn you held in her memory. You know, if you try and pull away now, she will vanish into herself and vanish from your thoughts, perhaps forever, and you have a terrible feeling that whatever connects the two of you will be cut. She is as helpless before you as a child, and you search your thoughts for a way to coax her to you. Sound the birthing chimes in your mind. She jerks slightly before you, then her head tilts, and the steady breathing breaks, and she gives a wrecking cry.
I thought it was my doing. I thought that I had stilled it with my thoughts. The child. It was just a child. What was done with it?
You helped give birth to a Hollowborn, yet you made the mother think otherwise. Her breathing is steady again, but there is a life in it where there was not one before, and her emotions are building in her. Apprehensions, confusion, welling up. She seems afraid to do more than simply be aware the memory is there.
It was not the last Hollowborn on the birthing bell, and never again did I hear a child's cry.
You have found a death within me, one that many women have borne within them. The words swirl with impulses and weight, spiraling around her, and you feel as if you are being dragged into it. I thought to serve women in need, and instead my hands ushered no new life. What happened next, I bear the responsibility for. What happened next?
The first birth was the deepest, the saddest. Nothing I could do could find the child's spirit, guide it to him.
You feel a strange absence between you, as if your thoughts are being shared across a great distance. The thought bleeds out for a moment, then returns, sharp, near personal. I could not understand what had happened, what I might have done. I feared No, I could not dwell on the thought. The child was always there, always a reminder of what had happened. A marker. I made her care for it. I made them all care for it. Until I could find what I had. What had gone wrong. But the Hollowborn, it wasn't your doing. It happened elsewhere.
Little word of the outside world reached us. It was enough time for rage and pain and grief to guide hands. I feared what would happen to the children, what would happen to me. Every mother knows her womb may shed a stillborn, but these cold, soulless creatures, the parents wouldn't have understood, and fear of the unknown breeds violence.
What happened then?
I held their minds within mine. I shaped and guided them as long as I could. And with each passing day, each new birth, the strain grew. And the more I felt my control slipping, the more I focused my thoughts. Eventually, even I succumbed to the power of my own illusion. I'd woven the threads so tightly that I could no longer see through them.
And then, one morning, I heard funeral bells tolling in the village. The sounds of wailing rose through the mists. A mother had died, her mind so focused on the care of her unborn child that she'd neglected even to feed herself. And with that, the illusion broke. The townsfolk saw their Hollowborn the way they were, not the way I'd wished to see, not the way I'd wished them to see. By the end of the day, they'd begun to look at me differently, too. I did not understand what had happened, but I knew enough to flee, and every suspicion that surfaced, every faded memory of what I've done, I pressed it down, tucked it away. She feels cold, lonely, rigid. My skill failed me, but I did what was necessary. I regret the mother's death, but how much worse would it have been had I not acted? There were other ways. You could have sought outside aid for the children, or fled if you'd feared for yourself.
The choices you speak of are not always clear in crisis. Not in that heartbeat when the first mother begged for her child and I had to decide what I would give her. How could I have known where that path would lead, or that there were others seeking the same answers? And even so, that hesitation would have cost a young life.
To rule another like that, even for Macy, is wrong. We must accept that there are some things we cannot control. The grieving mother's mind is silent and still for several moments. She lets your words wash over her, seeping into the cracks in her own thoughts.
My actions only caused more misery. Worse, I took from an entire village, made them as empty and helpless as the children I sought to protect. But what then? Is it better to stand by in the face of tragedy? To let it wash over the world a hungry tide?
The world has a way of righting itself eventually. You must let it do so.
My hands have always been quick to guide, Watcher, to draw a child from the womb, to ease a mother's pain. It is not my way to stand aside. But the ebb and flow of birthing pains is as the turning of the wheel. A new birth, a new chance, a new life. Once this ill has run its course, perhaps this is where our hopes must lie. Your words have soothed my mind in ways I did not expect. I thank you, Watcher, for the gift of your sight, for using it to guide me out of the prison of my mind. Let us hope it can also free you from the illusions Theos has woven around you.
When I told the grieving mother about the dream of the Hollowborn, she entered a dangerous trance. I brought her out of it. Oidven's legacy began during her time as a midwife at the birthing bell. When the first Hollowborn came, she wove an illusion around the mother's mind, not so that the child would be cared for, but as the crisis continued, she taxed her abilities to their limits. She is still haunted by the memory of the soulless children, as well as the control she exercised over the village. No matter her reason, the grieving mother was wrong to manipulate the villagers, and I think she understood that. I explained that controlling others is a grievous wrong, even in the face of a tragedy like the legacy. Some things must take their natural course. And that's the personal quest of the grieving mother. So let's quick save and continue a little bit. And let's talk to Vesgel again.
Certainly.
Need something?
You again? There is nothing else to see here. The inner halls are still closed. Goodbye. The pages of this tome glisten under a thick layer of frost. This pale elf stands motionless but for the slow rise and fall of his chest.
Certainly.
And what does the flame reveal?
Let's check here if there is nothing hidden here.
I'll take a look.
Behind the book. Looks like not. So let's get back here.
I'll take a look.
The outline of an aurochs skull is etched into this paladin's armor. The water of this well has frozen solid, trapping small fish from the lake underneath the temple. Refracted light staples the icy mirror behind the statue. The priests show no sign of discomfort despite biting cold.
To whispers and shadows.
Halt, wanderer. Venturing beyond all doors is forbidden. Do not trespass against our will.
Quiet.
Life is but a test of endurance. Its reward is to be scattered and reforged into something new.
I'm on the trail.
Each line and wrinkle of this warrior weather-beaten throne has been chiseled from the ice. No further. Turn back and do not cross any doors. The halls beyond us belong to Rimergant and his faithful.
And what does the flame reveal?
Could someone please show a warm coal in my eye socket before my brain freezes? Hiravia's being funny. So let's check the second wing.
And what does the flame reveal?
Okay, I have reloaded because I got found out, so I'll try to do it this way to get some sight of this guy.
Oh?
And
I can get it to spill its secrets.
I'm ready.
so maybe when our party will be around this way, I will not get found again.
Certainly. I shall make it so. It's done.
Despite the chill, the bedrolls feel warm inside. Thick patches of fur cling to the tent ladder.
I can get it to spill its secrets. It's done.
Okay, let's do it this time properly. No. Shit.
Here's something.
That was close. As you near the platform, the temperature drops sharply. Something saps every last bit of warmth from the air, leaving the breath of your lungs cold as it escapes your lips. You see a doorway filled and with glowing eyes. Silhouetted against it is an elven man, his arm outstretched.
Gods, it's gotten so hard to concentrate. You're not one of us. The others won't be fooled if they find you sneaking around.
What's going on here? We are reaching out to Rimergant, the last way we know how. He turns back to the frozen arch. Please, I must concentrate. I'll go then.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
That was lucky me. The ice is as hard and solid as stone. He runs a hand over his neat beard, the frostbitten finger black against his pale hair. Again, I must focus. Please leave quietly, if you don't mind. I'll go then.
To whispers and shadows.
The gleaming wall of ice seems to leach off the warmth from the room. The cold sears your skin, and you draw back before touching it. The paladin watches you with cool, patient eyes. Okay. Okay. That's one way how to get through this. Let's see one more thing, and we'll see how the soldiers are going around. Where are you? Here. Again, quick save, and hopefully this time it will go a little bit better than the last time.
I shall make it so. It's done.
Another fuck. Reload. Okay, I got caught again, so yeah, for now
Certainly.
I'll leave it. And I'll come back a little bit maybe later, when I would know a little bit more about what can happen with the girl which we need to find.
But if your dupes ordered you to return home...
The safety of the republics is being decided here. If I do what needs to be done, there'll be time enough to beg forgiveness when the dust settles.
You must do what you feel is best. I understand.
So, after being catched for a few times, I decided to go and finish one bounty which I still need, and which is underneath the catacombs. Oh, wrong way. Has anything changed after the fire? Oh, maybe not. Here is the catacombs. We'll see how this fight will go on. Let's see where we can find him. Not here. Let's check it here. No, not here. Oh, we have... Yes. Full camping supplies again. So... let's go here. This should be empty. No, here is the group probably. So let's...
Eyes open.
Darroth. Okay, let's stun him right away. You go and hunt him down and you do this. Another wizard is here. So here everyone with the exception of your and again. Oops. Let's see.
Oh?
Let's get the trump here. Ooh. There you are. Let's go at the ranger. And
Get on!
no, let's kill him. And you stop.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
St. Edwin Redeemer is... oh. Palagina needs to die 5 times. And, well, how many hits we still need for Grieving Mother? 10 more kills. Find Brigandine, and here is his hat. Darrot Grimold lives no more. If I bring his hat to Warden Firgen, I can claim my reward. Oh.
Yes?
Let's go. Oh,
What have we here?
interesting.
Light, flame, and sound. Keep to ourselves.
I always assumed Glonfathens preferred traditional weaponry. Yet you seem uneasy with the bow.
Oh, I was a great shot when I had 2 eyes. I'm much worse now. It's hard for me to judge distances.
Well, you have the luxury of being able to catch dinner without the need of a bow.
Exactly. Why aren't more women complimenting me on that?
Looks like this is repaired. Let's go for a second to the Valen embassy. I want to find out if there is any follow-up to the Palagina's personal quest. Palagina, wait. There's a tremble in the ambassador's voice as he slowly and barely raises his hand to pose Palagina's advance. There are men here, men will... That's enough, ambassador. We are capable of speaking for ourselves. The slight elf standing to the ambassador's side smirks and toys with a stiletto, lightly jabbing his captive and the ribs for emphasis. His bright green eyes turn upward to look with Palagina's angry stare. Your superior here, he told me that he didn't want you investigating. He scratches his head with the stiletto, a look of mock confusion on his face. Given his version of events, it doesn't sound like you're very good at following orders. We'll have to assume your orders, like those of your idiot comrades at Stormwell Gorge, we are also to kill us. If you haven't figured it out yet, that's not going to happen. Always quick with the smart remark, aren't you? I don't really find you that funny, to be honest. The elf holds the stiletto near the ambassador's neck. What do you think, ambassador?
My vows are to ensure the safety of the republics. Sometimes that means breaking orders, not following them.
Safety? The elf chuckled softly. I don't think the Whale and Ducks are going to be pleased that your insubordination left them with an embassy full of dead diplomats.
Your first error was mistaking my countrymen for helpless sheep. Freros! Seres! Children of the republics! Show these dogs the price of threatening our people!
So... let's go against him, and you try as fast as possible to stun him. Where are the doggy? Knock down him. Where are you? Good.
Not even slowing it down!
Oh, let's down him.
Ambassador, are you all right?
The ambassador shakes his head and looks around at the aftermath of the battle. Am I alive? Yes, I'm not all right, Pelagina. When you plant a crop of intrigue, this is the harvest you reap.
Diverus? You should be thanking me, Merla Penita. Do you think that if we ignore this, that it would go away on its own?
I do not. These people are more dangerous than I believed, I admit, but that does not release you from your responsibilities. Pelagina's feathers instantly ruffle in protest. I will pray that Hylea gives you swift travels.
Please don't.
You do what you can, I will do the same. For now, that means prayer. The ambassador shrugs and throws up his hands. Good fortune to both of you. Ado, Vidorio.
Ado, Vidorio.
Certainly.
Let's get the last one, or last two. And everything else should be fine. Okay, I think I will check a little bit more around the city now.
Gods keep you.
These deer wardens are met. Their duke is murdered, and so they nearly burn down the city. He raises his hands and looks to the ceiling. Such scudery. It will be a relief to return to Oze after this. Pelagina said you could use my help with something. Of course. Word has reached my ears how you crossed blades with the Demenals, and yet here we are still. Quite impressive. Verzano was most fortunate you came along. But on to business. A rather notorious adventuring party calling themselves the Forgotten have made a name for themselves by raiding Angwitan ruins in the Deerwood and selling the stolen relics to their patrons back in the Wayland Republics. I need them stopped. I'm sure you're aware that trade in Angwitan relics is strictly forbidden in the Deerwood. Were it known that prominent nobles in the republics were flagrantly defying the Duke's ban on the looting of Angwitan ruins, it would put a number of valuable trade agreements in jeopardy, or even cause Defiance Bay to embargo Wayland goods. I can't let that happen. The authorities in Defiance Bay have no idea this smuggling is going on. I'm sure rumors have reached their ears, but if they suspect that there was any truth of them, they'd have summoned me before them. That hasn't happened yet. Why not just have the Forgotten killed? He shakes his head. I hear the town criers now. While an ambassador hires assassins. No, that option is too risky for me. I'll help. What do you need for me to do? He smiles in relief. Thank you. A prominent merchant in the Republic's Master Berkozzi has developed an interest in obtaining Anglican relics and sent a buyer to the Defiance Bay to meet with the Forgotten. I arranged for the Knights of the Crucible to detain the buyer for questioning. I may have suggested that the buyer was a wanted criminal. I'll need you go in the buyer's place, posing as Barkoz's representative, and learn how the Forgotten are smuggling their relics through the Defiance Bay. With that knowledge, I can take steps to discreetly dismantle their operations and discredit that in the eyes of the patrons. If there's nothing else, I must return to my duties. Farewell. Vincent D'Agosti wants me to stop an adventure party from looting Anglican ruins and causing a diplomatic incident. The Forgotten are waiting for Master Berkoz's buyer at Edelvan Bridge. Agosti wants me to go in Buyer's place in order to uncover details about the Forgotten Anglican relic smuggling operations. Okay, let's go there. So,
Heravius, do people treat you badly because of how you look?
Are you kidding me? My face looks like a cautionary tale about the dangers of wild animals, and I'm even shorter than other Orlans my age. People just like to heckle me.
Don't ever let them. Be proud of who you are. They're the ones who should feel shame.
as you say, I think I will go to the Ducal Palace just because I'm so curious what has happened during the riot. This man busies his slender hands filling scored books and rolls of dusty parchment according to some obscure yet deliberate scheme. Let's go here.
Good day, stranger.
Her hair is unkempt and her eyes are hollow with sleeplessness. I'm afraid we're out of bandages and ointments, but the doors will remain open for any who seek guidance for sanctuary. Goodbye. Silly. I can't believe the mob left this place in one piece. With Duke ever gone, we've got our work cut out for us. Let's check the Crucible Knight as well. And then move for a second to the... how it's called? Ondra's Gift. A call for interested patrons. The Admet's then Expedition Hall pledges competent proven men and women towards the profitable venture of your choosing. Interested parties are asked to seek out women within the Hall expedition. Iron and Flame. Maska, an acolyte at the Temple of Abaddon in Stalwart Village, wants me to complete a ritual that will bless her forge hammer and boost her abilities as a smith. Her current skill level is quite poor, and she's afraid she'll be kicked out of the temple if she doesn't show improvement soon. She asked for my help with the ritual since she's unable to leave Stalwart. I completely forgot about this White March quest, and the Shrine of Abaddon can be found at the rear of the keep. So let's go there. Let's see if... we have something interesting to see here, except the shrine. The bottom of Dunstan Bear is synced away, and he smells of burning hair. Even I didn't realize the dozens would go that far. Now we know what we're up against. Goodbye. At least you have few Forge Knights. Let's talk to the guys leading the stuff. Seda looks like she's had a bath and a few meals. She smiles shyly. I don't understand. Do those blockades really mean to take over patrolling an entire city? Her gaze is distant and empty. That wasn't even a battle, it was a slaughter. Okay, let's go to the Shrine of Abaddon. And then go to the war room. Oh. The Shrine of Abaddon lies before you, smelling of metal and oil. Bless Maska's Forge Hammer. You place Maska Forge Hammer at the base of the shrine for a moment. Nothing happens. Then you hear the distant ring of hammers striking anvils, tens, then hundreds, then thousands, all in unison. Maska's Forge Hammer suddenly flares with light, and the chorus of hammering fades away. You retrieve the hammer, and though its appearance hasn't changed, it feels heavier, somehow. Travel to Magran's Fork and locate the Shrine of Magran at the crossroads. Complete the second part of the ritual by blessing Maska Forge Hammer at the shrine. And we'll be doing this soon. our city falling down on our heads, and those damned fools from the dozen attack us in the streets. I'd like to hang every last one of them. Goodbye. Before he hangs me. Now on to Andra's gift.
Heravius, do you really believe all that nonsense about being chosen by the gods?
I think they choose us with all the care and concern of choosing which fruit to pluck from a tree. I think the gods certainly use us, and I'm not yet convinced there's any greatness in being chosen as such.
Verus, that makes two of us alone in a world of zealots and madmen.
Even the most daring of adventurers must keep up their strength. For fresh-feeling bread, see Hemia of Gilded Vale. Fine deerwood bread made from fine deerwood grain. Okay. Let's go right away. Here. Well, let's talk to Kartuga.
Greetings.
Ah, what do you have for sale? This one is interesting. He has very good stuff. What kind of belt does Heroes have? Well,
Well met, friend.
good. We'll see if it's worth something or not. And let's check the Violent Trading Company if anything is inside. Looks like nothing. Oh. No, nothing. The guy is gone. Everyone is gone from here, so yeah. Let's go to the lighthouse now.
Segane, what is it like not to see your children for so long? I imagine it must be difficult.
Even in Masuk, I'm on the hunt more than at home. But 5 years... it's been a strain.
Then to your good fortune. Ado Vidorio. May you see them all again soon.
Looks like this will be repaired for all the eternity. So I'll check maybe in later acts. Anyway, let's go to the copper line and check the dozens, and Brackenbury and check the sanitarium, and then we can go to the bridge, Edelweiss Bridge. Yes. Let's see. Heritage Hill for a second, if anything has changed. I'm really curious. I'll keep an eye on things here. Looks like nothing changed. Okay. Let's go to Brackenbury to check on sanitarium. And it is broken.
Hail and well met.
Thank you again for all your help. I'll leave you alone forever. Well, sanitarium is not more. let's check the lady web. Conan's ear snaps toward the entryway at the sounds of your approach. He turns toward you with a start. Recognizing you, he sighs, clutching his heart. I thought you were a looter, I'm afraid. If you're come seeking the help of Danny Drow, you are too late. I'm all that's left. I thought you were dead. Not yet. He looks at the signs of scuffle around him. I had gone out to buy food when all this happened. I can't have missed it by much. I'll still want to gather a few things, records mostly. Some cases I don't want to give up, even if it's just me now. I'll be gone soon enough. I expect they will try to hunt me down, but it's hard to leave all this behind. Lady Webb, she worked hard for this. For a while. Okay. And the Copper Lane, the last district to check.
Ever tried vulture?
We don't have those in Nasitok.
Your loss. They can eat anything, so their stomach juices are sour and tangy, like ripe fruit.
My loss indeed.
Thank you, my Ravina, and I can finally have peace. Okay, let's go to the hall right away. Scars over Venan's arms, and he sports a purpling eye, but the grin on his face is nothing short of triumphant. Finally, we all see what those Enemancers and their lackeys in the Crucible Keep are really up to. It was only a matter of time. What was your part in the riots? Uniting the city against the Knights, of course. They made their intentions clear when their pet Enmancer assassinated the Duke. He shakes his head. A lot of blood in the streets. Shame to lose so many good men and women, but we had to act. Venan casually nods your way. His eyes continue to float from mercenary to mercenary as he speaks. What else do you need? Very well. You survived it. Got too close to the fires myself. A bright burn mark on his right arm's oozes pus. Still, it's a better emblem than anything those knights were. Very well. What a mess outside. She shakes her head. Still, I can't pretend it isn't good for business. Show me your wares. Oh. Wrestle and Constitution. Let's buy it. No one here? No. So let's go to the bridge now. Speak to the Forgotten and pose as Master Berkoz's buyer. Find out how the Forgotten are smuggling Angwitan artifacts out of Defiance Bay. The man's hand rests lightly on the hilt of his flail as you approach. What's your business with us? Does the name Barkozy mean anything to you? Yes, you're late, and we hate to be kept waiting. Don't let it happen again. Now, on to the details of our arrangement. There's a loose plank on the southern end of the docks in Ondra's Gift, near that sunken ship. Leave the payments there. Gems and coins only. Gems, preferably. They are much easier to carry than sacks of coin. Right. We'll take the payment and replace it with Angwitan relics of slightly less value. I say lesser because we have to take our own fee first. We're doing all the work and taking most of the risk, after all. There you have it. Clean and simple. Any questions? Don't Glenfattens get upset when they catch you looting Enugetan ruins? The elven woman sneers. If we do get caught, which doesn't happen often, we make sure the Glenfattens don't stay upset for very long. Witnesses are inconvenient. How do you know which relics are valuable? I'm quite knowledgeable about Enuitan culture. If I say something is valuable, it is. And Varian hasn't been wrong yet, either. Tell your master not to worry about us selling him junk. How do I know you won't just take the money and leave nothing in return? This arrangement works for Master Fusillo, it works for Master Ross. You don't like the deal? Walk away. You managed to keep this arrangement going without ever being caught? Yep. The Valen ambassador, Agosti, knows about us and is trying to shut us down. He's not as smart as he thinks he is, and besides, our patrons in the republics are more powerful and influential. We don't have anything to worry about. I don't have any more questions. Good. Give us about a week and we'll have something for you. Bad news, Orimanth. Barkoz's bar isn't coming. Looks like the knights took him for questioning. My guess is Agosti is behind it. So, what's going on here? Who's this? He stares at you, his gaze hardening. Good question. Stare back silently. He knows too much. Kill him. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can kill all of them and level up your weapon. Because the first one took really fast. One more stun to him. Let's see. They're falling too fast. The Forgotten won't leave Eldervan Bridge alive. Time to kill them before they kill me. I should return to Vincent Agostini and let the ambassador know that the Forgotten will no longer cause any more problems for him. Let me see. No. Okay. So Still 10 to go.
Hmm? Certainly. Yes?
Let's see, what is this? Grants frenzy when hit by a critical hit. Damage reduction 12. $11 and 35, and this is 50. Where did I put the grimoires? I need to check this with Aloth.
Hail and well met.
You've brought me good news, I hope? I met with the Forgotten, but it didn't go quite like you planned it. Oh, you weren't able to learn anything about their smuggling operation then? It was going well, but then they discovered I wasn't really Barkos's representative. I see. I'm glad you survived the experience. He rubs his chin. I'd hoped that I could resolve this situation with subtlety, but what's done is done. I have no idea what may come of this. But that's my problem, not yours. Take these gems as payment for your service. If there's nothing else, I must return to my duties. Farewell. Vincent Agosti was relieved to hear the Forgotten won't be looting any more Engwitten ruins and causing him no end of diplomatic headaches. Time to go to Magran's Fork then. Upon his return, Lord Binvigar was able to quell the uprising. Trade... one again. Upon his return, Lord Binvigar was able to quell the uprising. Trade has slowed in the area, but you are regarded as a local hero. We still have 1 day, 7 hours. Let's check it here. The ash-covered shrine of Magran stands before you. The scent of charred wood is still lingering in the air. Place Maskat's forge hammer on the shrine. The temperature around you begins to rise, and before long you feel as if you're standing in front of an open forge. Maska's hammer begins to glow red hot. Suddenly, the ground near the shrine erupts into columns of living fire. Flame blithes in the sky, winged shapes drive towards you, smoke trailing from their wide open jaws. Fight. I completed the ritual for Maska, and her forge hammer is now enchanted. I need to return it to her at the Temple of Abaddon in Stalwart. Okay, let's... Oh, hell.
Spot on!
Okay. Let's do this if... What are you doing? Oops! How did it happen?
Yes?
Okay, the fight is
Certainly.
done. Now, let's go to Kednoa.
This place, as beautiful as it can be with the absence of children.
Okay, now it's time to finish the bounty and take 4 more of them.
How do you do?
Ferdinand good hunting, I hope. What can I do for you? Darth Grimald won't be a problem anymore. Well then, you out on the Ducal Palace. Mind, that's not terribly difficult anyway. Here's your pay. Anything else? Forever. I climbed the bounty on Garrett Grimald. Okay, let's...
Hello!
What are the most recent bounties? He browses through a stack of parchment. Claimed. Ah, here we are. Let me see. There's some ranger causing trouble out in the wilds. Then there's Galen Dalgard, slayer, not exactly popular around here. Then there's some kind of cult, looks like, and here's one I haven't seen in a while. Captain Marumi, the pirate. I'll go after this ranger. The ranger, Phonima, has been waging a one-woman campaign of terror against travelers passing through wooded plains. Survivors report that she feeds her victims to the pack of wild animals that travels with her. A lot of folks would be glad to hear she's being dealt with. Tell me about Galen Delgard. This one's got teeth. Galen Delgard has the slaver. He and his friends have been spotted at Mountain Bridge. None of the local authorities are willing to touch him because he's got powerful connection to back in Adir. But some nameless soul is willing to put coin down to see Galen breathe his last. Says it's personal. What's this about this cult? I'm not sure what to make of this. Something about the murderous cult of druids led by Mentragra. The creature goes by Dewen, and it looks like she and her followers have set up in a cave in the Northweld. I'll hunt down this pirate. Captain Muarumi mainly goes after Valen's vessels, and his crew just made landfall at Anslug's compass. Not sure how long he's planning on staying, but this is your chance to take him down before he sets sail again. Farewell. The ranger Phonima has been murdering travelers in wooden plains. Rumor has it that she travels in the company of several large vicious beasts. Phonima's predation upon the travelers in wooden plains have driven the locals to put a bounty on her head. I'll need to track her down, kill her, and bring her head back as a proof. The Adrian slayer Galen Dalgard has been seen at Mountain Bridge. A bounty is being offered for his head. There's a bounty on offer for Galen Dalgard, the infamous slaver. Virgen suggested he could be found at the Mountain Bridge. I will need to kill him and bring back his head as proof of his death to claim the bounty. A strange murderous cult of druids has sprung up around the Mempergrad Duvien. The group is using a cave in the Northwest as base of their operations. A druidic cult has formed up around Mempungra in Northveld. I will need to find their cave and there kill Devian, their leader. Her head will serve as a proof of her demise. Without Devian, the cult should fall apart. The druidic cult of Devian is based in the Northveld cave. I need to kill Devian and take his head as a proof of that is dead. The infamous Ruatai pirate Captain Muarumi has made landfall in Ansluk Compass. This is a rare opportunity to claim the outstanding bounty on his head. Captain Muarumi, the pirate, has a considerable price on his head. I have a rare opportunity to collect on it, as he's been sighted at Ansluk Compass. If I can kill and bring back his head, that bounty is mine. Okay, so before continuing here, let's auto-resolve. Oh. Shit, that's wrong. I didn't want to manual resolve it. I wanted to manual resolve it. Anyway, pay the debt. Ah, shit. Derek's attacked the stronghold. You accrue a debt of 100 copra. I suck so much, and I wanted to fight them for their stuff. Ah, whatever.
Gelade, well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
So let's see what we have accrued. +3 to Constitution, that will be awesome. Another one with Constitution and, well, nothing special. But these two are awesome stuff. We'll see who will get them. Not this group though. Okay, let's take a nap. And let's try to find Erona in the Elm Shore. Someone was speaking about her in Twin Elms.
Gelade, well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
I will keep for a while this group. But I want to check the new spells if possible for Aloth.
Too predictable.
Who was that?
What do you need of Zawa?
That's all.
Gores.
Looks like I know everything. Good. Perception.
Farewell.
Let's check her for a while. Swords. Do we have a constitution? Vote. Martyr is okay, and this I think this will be better. And some new foods. This. Okay, that's it for now. So let's use this party for now. And let's sleep. And for now, I take this one. Good. So let's go find Erona. Or try to find her.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another.
Another foreign colony. As you say. So here we are. Let's see if we can find her anywhere. Let's check the cave.
You must
as well. Oh, an ogre. And another druid.
Oh?
This is a little bit tough. Another druid. Shit. Let's try to down him and you heal yourself. Doggy. Get him down. Let's see. Just in case. Oh, no. Let's go. And you stun him again. What do we do have here? Resurrect him.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
You go here and you try to kill him.
My mind feels...
Where are you? Ah, sigh.
Need something?
I'm ready.
Droid got ass kicked again.
Yes?
So let's try Erona again. Oh, what the luck. Shardwing Songbird. I found a Shardwing out in the wilderness past Twin Elms. Tah, lucky me. No one here. Too bad. Maybe at some later point. And let's go to Heartsong, because I think someone here had the second birdie.
Am I the only one here starting to nod off? A break might be in order.
But searching for another bird will have to wait some time. Unfortunately, I will need to end for today, so thanks a lot for coming to visit and hope to see you again. If you enjoyed my stream, feel free to follow me on Twitch and on Mixer, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you soon and enjoy the rest of your day.